Well, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to this SWL Signals channel. I'm going to try to decode the next transmission of the Russian number station XPA2. I saw a video on YouTube to where a creator had used a program called Rivet to decode the digital signal showing the numbers, the 5-digit groups of numbers. I didn't know you could do that, so I contacted him and found out where he downloaded Rivet from and how to set it up, and he gave me some information, and I was able to decode the sample signal that they give you on pre-om here. So if you click on the next 1820 transmission time, you can see it's from Moscow, Russia, but it sounds like this, for those of you that don't know what it sounds like. Actually, let me unmute or change this. So for anybody that may have heard that, there is a way to decode that to actually see the transmission. So Rivet looks like this. So kind of how this is all set up. He told me that I had to download a program called VB Cable, which is a virtual sound cable. And basically what it does is it takes the audio from your laptop and it uses it for programs such as Rivet and some other programs too, to get the audio into this program to decode. So I downloaded it, and on my SDR, there's an option right here to where we have the speakers or headphones or the virtual cable. So I'm going to choose this virtual cable when I get near the time of the transmission, and then also on your volume control down here, you want to choose once you get the virtual cable loaded into your computer, this option will pop up. So you choose that option. So you're going to be using the virtual cable instead of your audio. And then over here in Rivet, he explained to me, let me expand this a little bit. Hopefully you can see this. He told me that I had to, under main, this main option here, I had to choose the sound card input, which I did. And then under audio devices, has to be on cable output VB audio virtual. And then under modes, of course, XPA2 is the mode I want to try to decode. There's all these other modes here too, but I've only had success with this one so far. And then, of course, I haven't fully explored all these other here. But once we get all these set up, like if I go over to my SDR and I change this to the VB cable, now on Rivet, you should see down here the input level is now have a green bar here, which shows it's getting audio from that. And how XPA2 works is it sends out a series of tones. And I've been hearing like the pre-tones, I call them. They send out these pre-tones every now and then, I guess just to check propagation or if somebody's receiving the signal. And they're just beeps here, and they show up in the waterfall. But once those actual start tones appear or start being transmitted, then we should get something along this line up here saying start tones found. And then it will, once the signal starts to decode, the number should appear in a black text going down the screen here. So this station is due to start in about 5 minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and pause the video. Make sure I got everything set up here. I got my cable input there. I got my cable input here. So I'm going to try to decode it, and we'll see what we find out. So I'll come back when the tones start, and we'll see where we go from there. See if it works. Be quite interesting if it does. Be right back. Okay, so the station is due to start about right now. So let's see. So you can see that they have the start tones right here coming in on the SDR here. So let's switch over to Rivet and see what we see. Nothing yet. Okay. Make sure everything is set right. Okay. Let's try this, if this does anything. It doesn't appear to do anything. The start tones are there. Usually when it detects the start tones, it'll say, you know, something about, you know, found start tone or something. It's a pretty good signal. S9, so it should be receiving something. Let me pause it here again. Okay, and here now we see that Rivet is decoding those signals. You can see the 5-digit groups right here coming across. We have to scroll this down, I guess. Yeah. Let me scroll it down a little bit so we can continue to see. It's a little bit slow. See how fast we can go. There's some more 5-digit numbers coming in. Let me scroll this up a little bit. Can't make it any faster, unfortunately. It won't work. And grab the thing a little bit. Let's see. There we go. So it's working. You can see those 5-digit groups and numbers. Like I said, this is the first time I've seen an actual live decode, so I'm not sure with all that unidentified, you know, 2712 hertz and all that. I don't know what that is. Maybe those are different sounds or different tones that it's hearing. It's definitely working though. Let me move it up a little bit. I've heard XPA for a while and always wondered about it. So now I can see that there, you know, these 5-digit groups and numbers right here are what the message is, you know, comprised of, which is pretty interesting. I guess if I was a person who had to copy this out in the field, it'd be interesting. I'm not sure. Like I said, oh, okay, there's an end tone. It says decode complete. So now if we check the SCR, we can see that the signal has stopped right here, which is true if the decode was complete. So there you go. So it works. Maybe a better signal would stop more of these unidentified little notations here from popping in, but you can definitely see that it definitely was decoding, you know, the 5-digit number strings. Right here's one, you know, so it's pretty cool. I'll do some more testing on XPA2 or XPA or some other modes and see where we go. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you like. Have a good day, everybody.